I'm going to take you along with me and show you my first week back in the land of the unexpected. My journey started in Brisbane at the international airport. I was catching a flight with Air New Guinea, which I was a bit skeptical about to begin with, as I'd flown them domestically in PNG before, and they had variable standards of service. However, I ended up being very pleasantly surprised. I got a front row seat with plenty of legroom, and it reminded me of traveling internationally in the early 2000s, when the airlines weren't trying to maximize their profits as much as they do these days. The seat was wide, the in-flight meal was really good, and I had a very comfortable flight. The landing was smooth, and I quickly made it through customs and immigration. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Papua New Guinea. So we're through customs, through immigration, just waiting on our transfer up to the hotel. So I'll see you when we get there. I was staying at the Airways Hotel for the night, which I made a previous video about, link down in the description. Alright team, I am here at the Airways. I've upgraded myself a little bit to a Dakota wing room, which gives you a couple of little extra benefits. But let me give you the room tour. Coming in from the door, you've got your little seating or baggage area. We've got wardrobe. We've got the bathroom, which I'll show you in a minute. And coming in, we've got a big old bed, a little seating area, a work desk, and this massive TV coming into the bathroom. Massive shower. Toilet over here. And vanity marble bench top. Massive mirror. I had a very brief meeting here this afternoon with the program that I'm working with, and they bought me a coffee from the Seven Seas little restaurant there, so let's give it a try. That is a very good cappuccino. This is a really nice room. The hotel is amazing. I'll take you along a little bit as we explore. I'm going to go to a martini hour, which starts at 5. So I'll see you there, team. Staying in the Dakota wing gives you access to the daily martini hour in the Sound Lounge. Every day from 5 p.m, they put on a great spread and you can order drinks as well. I took advantage of it this afternoon, and although I don't drink too much, I just stuck with juice. After I finished my snacks, I headed up to the fitness center and swam a few laps before dinner. I went for dinner at the View restaurant and I chowed into my chicken tikka, which was super nice, while looking out over this absolutely great view. I'd been sitting down a lot from traveling and my back was a little sore, so I'd booked myself a massage after dinner. The massage was nice and relaxing, and after some ginger tea and fruit to finish it off, as well as a little snack at the Sound Lounge on the way back to my room, I headed to bed. Good night everybody, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning team. Unfortunately I don't have much time here this morning. I've got to head on over to the airport for a very early flight, so I'm gonna get ready for the day and then I'm gonna head up to breakfast and I'll take you along for that. The daily breakfast buffet is served at the View restaurant, so I had some breakfast before having to get to the airport for my flight from Port Moresby to Lae. The line to get into the airport was absolutely massive, and if you know PNG, you know that like 1 out of every 3 people here is actually traveling, and the rest are just family members coming to hang out. But eventually we got through, and thanks to the people I was traveling with, I got to go and hang out in the lounge before boarding the flight. I was on the 737 they call the Asasumbu Express, which does the roughly 45-minute flight to Lae. A comfortable experience, and you've got just about enough time to have your in-flight snack before you land. When we left Lae last time, the new airport wasn't open, so it was exciting to see this brand new facility in use finally. Hopefully one day they start to bring in the international flights and you can just skip Port Moresby entirely. Walking out of the doors of the airport and seeing the mountains covered in the clouds again made me really happy. The drive into town took about half an hour. The road out to Nadzab Airport last time we were here was mostly dirt and full of potholes, so the sealed road made it such a quick trip. And then I got dropped at the house I'll be staying at for the next 6 months. Alrighty team, welcome to Lae. Flight was fairly uneventful. Seeing the new Nadzab International Airport was really cool. Seeing all the progress that's been made in the last sort of year since I've been here. It's super interesting. It's really, really nice being back, and I'm excited to get to go through the process and meet the team again and work with them again. That afternoon, I did a quick run to the shops to get a few supplies and then did some editing until it was time for bed. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my second day here in Lae. Today is Friday. So today we're going to go to the Consul General and have a chat with the Australian staff here, as well as go back to the hospital and make sure everything's all right there, meet the team again, and just have a bit of a cruisy day. So I'll take you along for some of that. So it turns out you're not really allowed to film too much while you're inside a secure Australian government area, but that's fine. Here's a shot of the sign. It's also hard filming at a hospital because of my professional obligations around patient confidentiality. So here's a nice shot of the front before there were any people around in 2024. Alrighty team, let me give you the Lae accommodation room tour. I'm sharing accommodation, so come into my room. I've got my wardrobes over here, a little chair. Got my desk with my computer set up. We've got my bed and then my little bedside table. And that's about it. I'll show you my little view at the window though. So at least I have a little bit of a view to the outside and not just looking in at the compound we're in. So that's about it for now, team. In the afternoon, I did some more editing until it was time to head to dinner with the program staff while they were still in town.
Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday. I'm having a bit of a sleep in and a lay-in, but I'm going to get up and get ready for the day shortly. I'm going to go and do some shopping and get some supplies for next week, so take you along for that.
While I'm here, all my transport's handled by Black Swan, a local security company. They keep me safe, get me where I need to go, and are super friendly. They've even helped me with my talk pissing skills. First up on my shopping trip was to Food Mart in Top Town to grab a few things. After Food Mart, I headed to Anderson's Foodland, which is the best place in town to get meat. Alright, now I'm going to head to the gym. Let's go. The compound I'm in has its own gym, which gives you a good way to stay active, because it can be tricky sometimes staying active living life in a compound. After finishing at the gym, it was time to cook dinner. Tonight I was having steak with a Greek-style pasta salad, and I decided to throw in some of that instant pasta side dish in there as well. After dinner, there was some more editing and then bed.
Good morning, team. Welcome to Sunday. I thought today I'd take you around, show you the rest of the house that I'm in, and take you along for my day. So, let's go. Starting out from where my room is. This is the upstairs. Got my roommate's room over there. Little bathroom. Internal stairs with some security screens there. Heading on down. Got a little backyard and clothesline out there. Got the living room. Got the dining room. And then we've got the kitchen over here. It's a little neat, comfortable apartment here. Got the laundry. So I'm doing a little bit of washing in today. And then through there is a second bathroom. And that's the house. So that's where I'm going to be for the next 6 months. Living here. It's pretty much the same as last time we were in Papua New Guinea. Small differences, but the layout's exactly the same. And most of our stuff is also still here from last time when we left it for the program. So it's all been pretty easy to step back into. Getting myself a coffee this morning. I freshly ground my beans today for my coffee, and it definitely is worth taking the effort to do that for.
I did some more editing, went to the gym, and that was pretty much my day.
Good morning, team. Today is going to be my first full day in at the hospital, so I'll take you along for some of that and show you what I can. The last time we were in Lae, this is where my wife worked, in the intensive care unit. I have to do some education down at a little facility called West Taraka. It's an urban clinic. We're going to do a little bit of training for them out there. One of their nurses has actually been here with us, so in the ED. So yeah, I'll take you along for the ride and show you what's happening. Training's done and dusted for the day. We headed back and now I'm just going to go to do a little bit of shopping.
Turns out that evening we were invited to the going away party for the outgoing Australian Consul General in Lae, which was free food and drink, which is always a bonus.
It's another sunny day in Lae, so let's go back into ANGAU. Another day, another dollar here at the hospital. Okay, we've had a insanely busy morning this morning. We had an arrest we had to deal with, as well as a really big water round, so I haven't filmed very much of today or the department, and it's always tricky because of patient confidentiality as well, but I'm gonna work on some education material now, have a little bit of lunch, and then probably see you guys a bit later this afternoon. And the power's gone out again.
And that was my first week living in Papua New Guinea. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment telling me what you liked about my first week, and I'll see you in the next one.